Welcome back. If you didn't make it out to the theater this weekend, Matt Perrin has you covered. He took a look at the action film Mile 22 in today's Monday Movie Musings.
Welcome to another Monday. August is always a weak month for movies, but this year continues to outdo last year. Crazy Rich Asians topped the box office this weekend, albeit with a 5-day release. I skipped that one and was torn between the other two wide releases. Being a dog person, I was interested in seeing Alpha, which pulled in 4th place this weekend. The 3rd place finisher was a Mark Wahlberg-led picture, and since I skipped his last 3, I thought it would only be fair to take this one in. So without any further ado, here's my take on Mile 22. Our film begins, as many of these do, with a special forces unit that few know about and the American public will never know about. It's labeled Overwatch. The ground team is led by James Silva and Alice Kerr, played by Mark Wahlberg and Lauren Cohen, respectively. The eyes of Overwatch are led by Bishop, played by John Malkovich. When we begin, enough radioactive cesium has been stolen to destroy 6 major cities, and Overwatch is tasked with getting it back. The ground team is stationed at the U.S. Embassy in an unnamed Asian country when one of the local police officers, Lee Knorr, walks in saying he knows the whereabouts of the cesium. He will give them the locations if they can get him on a plane to America. We quickly learn that he's probably telling the truth when 2 assassins attempt to take him out inside the embassy. He makes short work of them, but now we see how important it is to get him to that plane 22 miles away. Hence the title. Silva and his team set up the convoy, and Bishop and his team set up the Overwatch eyes, and our journey begins. It doesn't take long to see that the local government will do anything in their power to get Lee Knorr back with no regard for collateral damage. At the same time, we see that Silva's team are also determined to complete their mission at any cost. As the movie progresses, our protagonists make their way across the city with their package, but there is never any downtime. With bullets flying, bombs exploding, and cars being demolished, it's a bit of a tough trek, to say the least. The foreign government isn't backing down, and whether it's shootouts or hand-to-hand combat, Silva's team must use all their skills to ensure their delivery to his flight. Action and violence galore keep us as the audience on the edge of our seats, and as with most special forces / espionage movies, it's always a guessing game as to who can be trusted at any given time. So, what to say about this one? First off, I will say that it was better than I expected, considering it's being torn apart by critics and getting lackluster reviews from audiences. Mark Wahlberg plays an interesting character, being that he's a hyperactive and overly stimulated personality, and even though he does a good job with the character, you still keep getting taken out of it a little bit with his Wahlberginess. Seeing Lauren Cohen as someone other than Maggie in The Walking Dead is always fun, and of course it's always hard to not be entertained by John Malkovich. The action itself is constant and furious, which at times is made up of very quick cuts, which makes it a little hard to follow, but at the same time that is extremely symbolic of the chaos going on in the main character's head that he constantly has to contain. There is also a good amount of violence that earns the movie its R rating, but it refrains from going over the top gory, which is definitely a good thing. This movie was made to kickstart a franchise with Wahlberg's character, but after its soft domestic opening, it's going to have to do extremely well overseas to keep these movies coming. All in all, this movie will get the adrenaline pumping, and if you're in the mood for a movie oversaturated with action, this may just be the flick you're looking for. This has been your Monday Movie Musing. Back to you.
And stick with us, Tyler has one last look at your forecast after the break.